Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the air signs and their twin flame connection. Air signs, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Air signs, I hope that you're doing well. If you're here as a cross watcher, welcome. If you are here and you are unsure of what a twin flame dynamic is, I've included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation of the twin flame journey. She's brilliant modern philosopher, and she just does such a thorough and articulate job, much better than I ever could. In a nutshell, the twin flame journey involves two people sharing the same energetic soul. So one soul in two bodies. There's usually a runner-chaser dynamic where one person, the chaser, recognizes that their person is their twin. They may not use that terminology, but they recognize that this person is unlike anyone else they've ever met. They're so special, and they pursue that person. And the runner also recognizes there's something tremendously special about their twin, but they get really triggered and freaked out by the whole connection and the intensity of it, and then they run. They run away from the connection because it's very triggering for them. It's triggering for both twins. There's a separation period, and during that separation period, each twin ideally goes through spiritual ascension, spiritual awakening, where they discover their gifts, their spiritual gifts, and uses those gifts to raise the vibration, raise their own vibration and their own abundance, and also to raise the vibration of humanity. It's big, it's a tall order, and but that's literally that's literally the intensity of the twin flame connection. It's such important work that the twins need to do. A lot of twins were kind of revealed during the period of our recent pandemic. So one I'm feeling is buzzing right here on my forehead, crown chakra energy. So I feel like a lot of downloads are coming in, but also I feel myself stuttering a little bit, which is strange. There might be this sense in you that you can't get the right words out. What is also strange is that not 5 minutes ago, I finished up the earth sign reading, and I was having problems with my throat chakra that entire reading. I burned some Palo Santo just now. I turn on the camera to do your reading, and that problem has gone away. So it just kind of shows me that the earth signs were very trepidatious about listening to their message. But I feel, air signs, that you may be a little bit more open. So thank you for that. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit for the base spread, and the Light Seers Tarot for your tarot portion of your reading. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the air signs and their twin flame connection. The first 2 cards that I'm going to show you are your energy. The second 2 cards would be your twins. The third set of cards are the connection, and the fourth set would be advice from spirit. Feel free to change up the energies between you and your twin, as twins often mirror one another. 3 out of your 4 cards already depict flying creatures, so very much reading for air sign energy. Wow, beautiful. Wow. Two more. This card, I'm not going to show it to you yet, but it came out with a struggle. It was like caught. Came out with a struggle. Okay. So 8 cards on the table. The first 2 are your energy, but remember, feel free to flip it with your twins if you resonate more with their side. The first card is Dragonfly. Dragonflies are often very symbolic of the divine, representing the divine energy. I don't know why. I'm sure that involves some kind of origins that I'm not privy to. But it is this sense. Dragonflies are quite magical if you've ever seen them in person. They flit around, and their movements are very jagged. But their wings are quite shimmery and semi-translucent, and they hover over the water, bodies of water, and they're quite beautiful. They don't bite or anything, but they are kind of intimidating, as we can see. Long bodies and these colorful wings floating over a body of water. Dragonfly is certainly, when you see dragonflies, they often talk about it as symbols that your spirit guides are with you. I feel as though your energy in the dragonfly symbolizes some kind of beauty, some kind of ethereal nature to you right now. Yes, you are the air signs, but it's even more exacerbated. There's something to your presence that feels dreamy and of the etheric, of the ether, right? These words coming out: ethereal, etheric, ether. Very dreamy, very shimmery, and like you're hard to pin down. Something about you is hard to pin down. I don't know, do people try to do that? Do they try to, like, you know, put you in your place, put you in a little box, and then you're kind of like side-swiping, kind of eluding that status quo? I think you're trying to be larger than life at this moment, because you're clarified here by the King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Wands is top dog in that suit. Has been through the entire journey of the Wands, where there's been strife and war and victory and, you know, battle of some kind. By the time we reach the King of Wands, he's been through it. Divine Masculine. He's been through it. And he's risen to the occasion. He follows his instincts. He follows his impulses, because 9 times out of 10 he's right. It just doesn't have to describe a man, but it is Divine Masculine energy. So you find yourself in the state of kind of being a go-getter, going out there, making your mark on the world. Right? And I think people might underestimate you. They might be underestimating you at this time. They think that you're just this pretty little dragonfly, and they don't see the kind of lion roar energy that's behind it. But it's almost like you're going to show them, right? You can see here the fire in the crown. Just as I said that, my candle is got this candle. It's like going nuts, right? Ouch. I always burn 2 candles because I always honor my twin flame connection, but I almost burned myself. So I feel like that's relevant, that like you get too close to the fire, you'll get burned, right? It's kind of like a don't underestimate me energy. There's a brilliance to my subtlety, and there's a brilliance to my bluntness. Let's get a clarifier for the Dragonfly and the King of Wands for the air signs, please. Yikes. Lots of things flipping out here. Two cards that stuck out to me. I'm not going to take them all, but the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups. Twin flame is on your mind, absolutely, with this Two of Cups. Divine partnership, divine union. No doubt about it. But some wish fulfillment has not come to pass. This is all about wish fulfillment. It's the sense that all of these cups of love and friendship and romance and empathy and compassion and just the things that strike our heart chakra have not yet come to pass. But we feel so connected. Even if we're separated physically, you feel your twin very intensely. I'm sure I've mentioned this if you've ever watched my channel, my twin is an air sign. So, you know, I can relate to this image, right? I haven't seen him or talked to him in many years. But it's really beautiful. It's beautiful. But there's a little bit of bittersweetness to these two cards. I think you're feeling right now, but you're not letting it stop you in any way. You're still kind of moving forward and making your mark. I think your twin is making their mark too. Are they ever, right? You got the Dragonfly, your twin got the Phoenix. Phoenix rising from the ashes, literally from the ashes of that fire. Maybe this fire. Maybe the fire that you set, right? Metaphorically speaking, energetically speaking. This toss-up, this upheaval, this tower moment, Spirit just said. Phoenix energy, also very spiritually symbolic of rebirth and regeneration. And Spirit is showing me the Phoenix in Harry Potter, right? Which is pretty tremendous. Harry himself was a phoenix. You know, died and came back to life. This goes beyond, I think your twin, and like I said, flip the energies if you feel like you identify with this one more, because I'm sure some of you do. But I think your twin has achieved spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension. That's exactly what this is. It's pretty remarkable. Which is not to say they have it all figured out. Far from it. We don't have it all figured out until we're not here anymore. And even then, it's probably still a mystery. That's the fun. That's the fun in it, supposedly. But what does it take to get to this stage? A lot of facing fears and triggers and looking at it straight in the eye, not backing down, not giving up on oneself, not giving up on the connection and the purpose. And what is it clarified by? Number 6, the Lovers. Gemini energy. Gemini, you showed up in your own reading. The Lovers and the Phoenix energy in a twin flame reading almost seems too good to be true. Whoever your twin is, they really love you, but you love them too, because the Two of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Lovers in the major arcana. You see how the mirroring is happening? The Lovers can talk about divine partnership and union. It can also talk about a choice point. Being at a point where we, you know, maybe your twin is deciding of whether or not to pursue the connection any longer, right? Again, we cannot cut cords with our twins. They are us and we are them. It's not about that, but you don't have to take the journey in this lifetime if it's too difficult. I have a feeling that they're still in it and you're still in it. To what degree, I don't know. But I see here, you see this like Merkaba shape? I really identify with that shape. to me, the Merkaba, it's like the light vehicle. It's the energetic vehicle that our souls occupy when we're traveling space and time, right, through dimensions. I feel as though you and your twin are so intimately connected, even now, right now in this moment. They're here, you're with them. There's no question about it. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's really beautiful. The color scheme, right, that red, yellow, and orange. Here and here. It's beautiful. So intense, passionate, fiery, right? There could have been a lot of intimate energy between you. It was like next level. Can I have a clarifier for the Phoenix and the Lovers card for the air signs twin, please? 10 of Wands in reverse. See, there's the rub. There's still some baggage of the past that your twin needs to let go of. Spirit just said maybe that baggage is you. Not to say that you're baggage, but you know what I mean. It's just like healing, right? Continue on the path of healing. And if they're healing from the connection with you and you with them, then so be it. It's not meant to offend. It's just meant to elucidate. 10 of Wands, fire energy again. I don't know if your person has significant fire sign placements in their chart. 10 of Wands talks about having carried the weight of the world this whole time and really getting to the point where we want to put it down now. I think your twin is really struggling to let go. That tracks. That makes sense to me. It's difficult. Because it's like, how do you let go of the baggage, but you keep the good memories, you keep the good stuff, right? You have to get to this point where it doesn't trigger you anymore. I think your twin is approaching that, but they're not quite there yet. There's still some things that they need to reconcile within themselves. For the connection, got the camel. That's very much an earth energy if ever I saw it. Like, no birds here. The camel, well, it talks about, well, the camel is like a animal that lives in the desert, right? It can carry a lot of weight, but it carries a lot of water in the humps on its back. It's an animal of survival in conditions that are what one might not consider ideal. They're not ideal conditions. So it kind of tells me that your connection with your twin, or the connection itself, has survived a lot of ordeal, a lot of strife, a lot of periods of drought and thirst and hardship. To a certain extent, a camel is a beast of burden. That's what they call like camels and horses and cows and things like that. Steer, just like this. Beasts of burden. I don't know, sometimes the twin flame journey might seem like a burden to you. There is no shame in saying that out loud, because it absolutely does. A burden that you wear like a blanket that you can't throw off. I see the moon energy represented here. Moon is Pisces in the major arcana. The moon energy is mysteries, secrets, illusion, confusion, right? Shadows, illumination in the darkness, especially with this crescent moon here. Feels like we're like in a period of waxing and waning when things are not at their most heightened state. This could be a period of solitude and quiet between you and your twin. You may not be speaking at the moment. This is the card that struggled to get out of the deck. It was very cumbersome and clumsy in my hands. 5 of Pentacles. The card of feeling left out in the cold, feeling isolated and alone. But Spirit will have you notice the key in the corner, the key that unlocks the door. You've had the key the whole time. It's your choice of whether or not you want to walk through, and it's your twin's choice. Now, Spirit is showing me the most random, deep cut reference that one could ever have, but here we go. Spirit is showing me the movie Crimson Tide with the late Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. And I will tell you, like, that movie came out in the 90s, I want to say. That movie was fantastic. Also, a young Viggo Mortensen, who was a total a-hole in that movie, but young Viggo Mortensen. Anyway, my husband. They're showing me the movie Crimson Tide. And that is all about, like, submarines, basically. And there's this, like, one scene where one person has a key to, like, the nuclear missiles, blah, blah, blah. And another person has another key. I think that's this movie. And they, like, have to turn them at the same time. So it's like one person wears it around his neck and another person wears it around their neck. But they have to put the keys in the thing and turn them at the same time in order to launch these missiles or launch these whatever, right? I don't know. This is such a crazy reference that I brought out of the recesses of my mind, but it might be relevant to you. I don't know. But Spirit is kind of showing me that working in tandem effect. That the both of you have to turn the key in order for the doors to open back to one another. What is Spirit's advice? The nightingale. Look at how beautiful that is. So simple, so sweet. The nightingale. You know, you hear about nightingales a lot in, like, nursery rhymes and stuff like that, but I never really know. I don't know that I've ever heard a nightingale. But apparently it's this bird that sings in the darkness. Okay, Spirit just gave it to me. So, you know, you may be doing some dreaming or astral projecting about your twin towards your twin, crying out to them energetically in the darkness. That's like a dagger to the heart, isn't it? Doesn't make it any less true. This song, bird song though, this communication in an ethereal and dreamy and otherworldly fashion. The Spirit is telling me that they hear these cries. They hear this song. Right? You see, this is clarified by the number 20 judgment card. It's almost like this is the song that's kind of emanating from your heart space. The character is dancing, right? This figure right here. It's almost like the purest expression of oneself towards other. That could be what's happening. I mean, if you've ever astral projected and met your twin in the 5D, or astral projected and your twin came to you, it's very intense. It's happened to me several times, and like, there's nothing like that experience. I hope that you've had it. It might scare you if you never have, but like, in a way, that's how you kind of know how pure the connection is. You come to each other as the purest of beings. And that connection, when it happens, is like, it's almost like nothing you ever experienced physically if you've ever been physical with your twin, right? And some people haven't. Some people never have. So, Spirit kind of showing me that if there is an expression to be emanating from you, let it be the purest expression of yourself, because it's beautiful. Like, we're talking about authenticity here. Thank you, Spirit. Authenticity is where it's at. It's like highest vibration. It's the highest form of vibration. That's not true. I mean, I don't know what the highest form of vibration is, but to me, authenticity is pretty up there. It's like definitely top 3. To be your authentic self, and to be your authentic self with your twin, hardest thing to do. Even if you're not talking to them right now, be in a space of meditation and express. Just express it. Just let them feel it. Let them know. They'll feel it. So that's your reading, twins. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.